Good morning, this is Jack from Charting the Markets, and this is the pre-market webinar for the morning of Thursday, the 2nd of July. My disclaimer, I do this for educational purposes only. I'm here to share my technical analysis with you. I hope you can take some of what I'm doing, learn from it, transfer it to your own charts, and I'm not here to shoot trading signals. This is a video for paying subscribers at chartingthemarkets.substack.com. It's published on YouTube after a delay of 24 hours. All right, great. Let's have a look at ES, where we are now testing and might be about to break the main declining resistance trend line from the all-time high, and I'm watching that. It was a perfect touch at the high yesterday on the SPX chart. On NQ, we are seeing some signs of life today. The main problem with the move up yesterday was that NQ was not participating and instead seemed to be forming a bull flag, but it seems to be returning back up to these highs. It's going to be difficult to make a lot of progress unless tech is cooperating. RTY made a new all-time high yesterday. YM made a new all-time high yesterday. DAX, we had a sell signal fixed. I actually got some way towards the target, but it seems to be on a mission higher at the moment. And I'm wondering if that 60-minute sell signal may fail today. ESTX, still pretty close to the highs. Nikkei, we broke up from this declining resistance and this flag, and then came back, and we've come pretty close to a retest of the low. Not really looking for a double bottom here. We've got a possible weak 60-minute buy signal brewing. I think this may be about to return back upwards and maybe retest the high. All right, let's have a look at the bigger picture charts, where we've got on the daily charts, obviously we've now spent 2 days back above the daily middle band on SPX. Next obvious thing to do, having converted the daily middle band, is to return to the all-time high. So I'm kind of expecting that next. Yes, exactly the same. Obviously, we've still got the daily RSI 14 sell signals across the board, but I'm not expecting any of those to get particularly effective. In terms of the hourly chart, sorry, hang on. The hourly chart, we've actually got an RSI 5 sell signal fixed here, which hasn't quite made the possible near miss target. You can see we have pretty much had a perfect touch of the flag resistance yesterday. So I'm looking for a breakup. But obviously, if we don't see that breakup today, it's a holiday day today. The stats are pretty neutral, and it might be rather boring. So I'm not sure we're going to see that break today. Looking at Qs, broke back above the daily middle band, traded the whole of yesterday above it. This is starting to look like support. If that's the case, then again, I'm kind of looking for a retest of the all-time high here. On the hourly chart, no current divergence, not close to breaking declining resistance here, because that declining resistance is a very, very shallow trend line. Nothing really to see in terms of the 15-minute. Looking at Dia, Dia's been close to the highs and has retested the high again. Bigger picture, what I'm looking at here is this rising wedge and wondering if we might see a test of wedge support. We will see, but we've got a nice looking level top here, so we've got some potential. I've got that support currently in the 512 area. All right, let's have a look at the IWM chart. Right, IWM, we've got daily charts. We made a new all-time high again. I'm wondering about nothing really much to see apart from, obviously, we've got a reasonably decent looking head and shoulders here. Rising wedge here too, potential double top here, and I'm wondering about a possible test if we do see a downside today of the rising support, which I've currently got in about the 292.4 area. So we will see how that goes. DAX, I think, is on the way back to a retest of the all-time high in the not distant future. And Nikkei, we've got nice back test of the daily middle band, and the next obvious target would be a retest of the all-time high. All right, let's have a look at DX. DX, oh, hang on, sorry, I'm just going to open up a chart here. Bear with me a moment. I closed down my energies yesterday, so let's just open that up in the background while I'm talking about other stuff. All right, DX. DX, I was thinking we might go back directly to the high. As it is, the flag has expanded, but it still looks very much like a bull flag. UUSD didn't quite, oh, okay, well, it's responded the same now. So again, we're looking at, and it looks like an expanded flag, although this could be heading higher. GBP USD actually broke up from a pattern yesterday, and that is doing pretty well this morning. That's got a target in the 1.3415 area. I was doubtful about that making target, but right now it looks as though it might well, and we're getting pretty close to it. USD JPY made the sell signal target here and is retracing sharply. very sharply at the moment. I'm not saying that's necessarily government intervention, but not ruling that out at the moment. We have made my 162 target now. USD CAD pulling down a bit. We're obviously seeing a bit of a spike down in the dollar as we speak. Not quite sure why that is. But we've got probably a flag forming. Australian dollar seeing a bit of a rally here. No really obvious reversal pattern. NZUSD, we had a tiny little level bottom here, which we've already made target on, but we're breaking declining resistance. Wondering if we might be seeing a larger rally start here. Looking at ZB. ZB, nice looking little level bottom here. We got a 60-minute buy signal fixed. I'm thinking we're probably going to see a decent little rally here, although the target for this double bottom would only be at about the 113.16 area. ZN, nice looking little level bottom breaking up as well. This would have a target about the 110 area, I think. 60-minute buy signal is fixed and it's doing pretty well at the moment. Right, yeah, we've obviously just had some news, not sure what it is. All right, looking at oil. We've got a possible 60-minute buy signal brewing here on CL. We've got a 60-minute buy signal brewing here too. Heating oil, we've actually got an IHS which is broken up here with a target in the 3.47 area. RBOB has broken up for a double bottom with a target in the 3.1085 to 3.1425 range. So we've actually got some nice, decent looking bullish patterns here. We will see how those develop, but looking at NG, which isn't Holmes related, obviously, we're at the moment we are failing, but we're kind of in a consolidation range here. But we're at a big test on the upside. Let's get to that in a minute. All right, looking at, hang on, wait a second. Let's leave Brent 60-minute chart, which I tend to pull in from somewhere else. Hang on. Right, we've actually got some nice looking positive divergence here. These are no longer weak buy signals brewing here on oil. This was, we finally got the retracement. It was a small retracement, but it lasted until the end of the day, which got us back into the RSI reset. So we have some nice divergence here and some nice buy signals brewing. Waiting to see if anything comes of that. On the hourly chart, we've got RSI 14 buy signal brewing, and if we see any more of a little spike here, we may well see that fix this morning. WTIC. WTIC, we've got a full-size RSI 5 buy signal brewing now, more or less full size but slightly weak. RSI 14 buy signal, and this is what I was looking for to deliver a potential larger rally. We will see how that goes. Hourly chart, not really a clear double bottom here now, but we've definitely got potential bottoming action. We will see. But I think we could get back into certainly the low 70s on the basis that RSI 5 buy signal, and possibly back into the mid 70s. Looking at heating oil, we've got a decent looking IHS, which is broken up here, but it's on this chart, on the spot chart, it's already failed. So not really certain what this is here, and the bottoming pattern that we've got breaking up on the futures chart again isn't much of a pattern here. We've got a potential flag looking, it looks like, on the spot chart, so it's more ambiguous, but everything about the oil market is currently fairly ambiguous. Looking at NG, we are testing the 200 DMA as a resistance, and if that holds, then chances are this is a double top and we're about to see a retracement which could actually go quite a long way. Equally, if we can break and convert the 200 DMA, that opens the upside considerably. All right, let's have a look at GC, where we've got a double bottom which is breaking up with a target in the 42.35 to 42.50 range. We've got a buy signal fixed as well, of course, on the RSI, daily RSI 5. Looking at SI, still kind of looks like a bear flag forming. Palladium, nice looking overall double bottom. Platinum, nice overall looking much smaller double bottom. HG, still kicking around uncertainly after breaking down from this double top with a target in the 5.66 area. Looking at the bigger picture, commodities, KC has almost made this rather ambitious inverted head and shoulder target. That had a target in the 317 area. I've been talking about this on the bigger picture chart, but this has almost made target, not quite, so I haven't signed it off, but very, very close. Probably make that soon. We've got a 60-minute sell signal fixed. SB, nice rally here. We've broken up over the falling wedge resistance on the daily chart, so I'm looking really for more to develop here. CC, wondering about a retest of this high soon. Lumber, Still kicking around uncertainly, kind of looks like a bear flag forming, setting up a retest of this low in the 617.50 area. CT didn't quite retest the low, but we did retest the low on all of the grains. So on wheat, we got a nice looking double bottom. On corn, we got a nice looking double bottom. On soy, we got a nice looking double bottom on the spot chart, but we don't have one on the futures chart. But I'd be inclined to be led by the spot chart generally. In terms of ZL, we had a little bear flag which broke down, retested the low. This looks like a little double bottom here too. Live cattle still waiting for the retest of the high here, which is unfinished business above at a retest of 251.50 area. And HE, this looks very, very much like a bear flag setting up a retest of this low. All right, great. Let's have a quick look at questions. Non-farm payroll and week jobs report. Okay, yeah, interesting. Don't know why that would spike the oil price. But hey, well, it's I think hopefully that gives us some buy signals on oil here, because it is absolutely ridiculously low, and really needs some kind of rally after the very large decline. So we'll see how that goes. All right, great. In that case, everyone have a wonderful weekend, and I will catch you again on the Bigger Picture webinar on Sunday or on Monday. All right, take care. Cheers.